Good morning. We have a very slow start to the day, and actually a very slow start to the season. It has been, I think it was 38 or 39 degrees Fahrenheit this morning, and I had a few things that I'd covered, but pretty much left them as they are. Just, there's nothing you can do really. At some point you just have to let nature take its course. So you'll see that we're slowly starting to see some flowers, but the phlox have not done anything yet. The roses are just starting. I do have that new, what do you call it? It was the Ala Twitter that I planted, and I decided to put it there. It just seemed like a nice spot. I moved that strawberry to another location, and then I put the Bergenia and the lily that I bought over here, hoping that they'll do well. I put a couple, what do you call them? The cosmos around in different spots. I grew them from seeds, so I did make a couple changes. So you'll see that I put, this is the Celestial Night rose here that I just got, and I'm not sure how it's going to do. Those leaves bother me a little bit, but we'll just see how it goes. I decided to put the new Ito right here. We'll see if it likes that spot, and hopefully we won't have any issues with the birds anymore. So that should be nice. Next year, hopefully we'll see. Maybe it takes a few years before we'll see blooms, blossoms, but we'll see. And the thimbleberry is doing well. I don't know if it should be a darker shade. I'll have to look into the nitrogen issue. Maybe it's fine. It looks like we have a lot of seedlings from last year's forget-me-nots, so maybe they'll bloom later. And this clematis, it has grown quite a lot. I haven't seen a flower yet. I don't know if it's getting too much shade, but we'll see. And behind it, I've seen a lot of growth in the sweet woodruff. So everything around here is doing well. We're about to get some flowers on the Bill Reed rose. The Astrantia is actually darker, so it seems like everything's a little bit darker with the cooler weather. Even the roses seem darker. And Jacob's Ladder's doing well. And we get such a nice amount of shade now. It's really helpful when it gets super hot in the summertime. I really appreciate it a lot. Over here we have the new bedding of the two lungworts. I finally got that one in. And then this one's doing fine. It just kind of curls slightly when it warms up in the sun, and then as soon as the sun goes around the corner, it's fine. And it hasn't really turned color, so that's a good thing. Second season for the red bleeding heart, and I really appreciate the color. I think it's my favorite. And then you'll see, because of all the frost that we've had, or cold temperatures I should say, I don't know if it's really frosty, but maybe, this one suffered a bit. It probably tried to open sooner than the others, but most of the this is Sarah Bernhardt, I believe. The blossoms are fine. So we haven't done. I have mowed back here a little bit, just once I think, but we have a lot of grass seeds this year, probably because of all the rain and not mowing a ton. I have a lot of new growth on this Canadian climber, but as you can see, it's not one you want to contend with in a fight. Yeah, hi. That's one of my 10-year-old hens. I'll be cleaning out their coop and their run today. And then I want to take you to a really cool looking plant. The area behind me I'll just ignore for now because it needs some work. Okay, down here I've put 3 different, I think I already mentioned this, 3 different geraniums, Sticky and Giant, and I can't remember the name of the other one there. Could be 2 sticky geraniums, I'm not sure. And this has been holding on, probably because it's been cool weather. Probably time for me to cut it back. This is not doing as well as I'd hoped. Red birds in a tree. Not sure. It was like this when I got it, so maybe it's just diseased. And Jens Monk is doing great. It smells so good. And you can see it is a favorite. They love it. You can see that they're really, the bees love that. And those are native bees. If you look carefully, it's got a little bit of a green color up front. So yeah, there he goes. So I took out, I had a false spirea here, and I ended up taking it out because I felt like it was affecting this rose and how it wants to grow. So now it has the open space, and next to it I put the smooth blue aster. Then we are going to have flowers, as long as they don't end up getting killed in mother frost. So we'll see how that goes. I already have the haskips. The haskip berries are doing pretty well, actually. There's a nice one right there and a couple back there. That one tastes okay. My husband liked the flavor of that one. This is still my favorite, but they're not ready yet. So this is the Boreal Beauty. Yes, so they survived quite a few frosts. So I'm glad. I'm going to need to thin this big tooth maple out. Probably it's just a little too wide, maybe. Maybe needs a little air in the center. We'll see. Back here, I'm seeing. I put a couple of the tomatoes back here that, like I did last year. I had one and they did well, so I thought I'd try it again. and they don't like that cold weather, but they're still here. I didn't bother to cover them. This is how much growth I've seen on one of the elderberries. The other elderberry doesn't have as much of the nice soil, so, but it's still doing okay. And this had chicken manure in it, because this came from their coop, so it was a good mix. And looks like I forgot last year to take my garlic out, so I'll have a lot of garlic, I guess, hopefully. And this guy is doing okay. It's the Saskatoon. I'm not expecting berries, but it does have a few berries. It's handling it okay back here, and I put it back here because they recommended that in the cool climates, you don't want to get the morning sun exposure too much, because it might start waking up and producing the flowers, blossoms too early. And then if there's a frost or hard frost, you wouldn't get anything, no berries or anything. So they suggested more a shadier spot, and this is shady until the sun comes around the corner, which is nice hot sun in the middle of the day, so that's good. And then I think the last thing I wanted to show are some of the things that are happening with the new flowers that I put in. So this one is the pink fairies, and it's an annual, so I'm going to be collecting the seeds and hopefully get more next year. The smoke bush is doing fine, and then this is the Palmer's penstemon from last year, and it looks great, and that will be opening very soon. And then other than that, I just have my raised beds. Everything's going well there. I also noticed something interesting about this rose. This is the Hansa rose, and it had a very long root that went across here, and then there was a rose growing right here, an extension, and then another one. And I already cut out the one that was here and moved it to another spot, so this one must now be on its own. So I guess that's another way to propagate them. I don't know why it decided to grow there, but looks like I'll be having to move that one soon. So right now these guys are in the shade, but they're getting plenty of sun. I made it through the frost fine. And these guys too. And then I have to admit that I had to go in and cut a lot of this cherry tree, that were the dead parts. I accidentally cut one that was alive too, but most of them were dead. There's still more that I'll have to remove later, but I did want to get some of it off, and that's from that problem it had. So it looks great on one side, and then it looks half dead on the other. I'm not the best pruner, so I'm gonna have to look into whether or not I did the right thing here, but those pieces that I left are alive, so I'm hoping we'll get some branching there. And then I think the birds kind of want me to get more bird seed for them. And we're going to do that today. Poor little guys. Hi. Are they still there? Yeah. Yep. But yeah, they're just hanging out, having fun. Why not? Okay, I think that should do it for the tour for now. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'm looking forward to sunlight finally after a lot of rain and cool days. Take care. Bye-bye.